All right, good morning, students. We are on to grade 10 mathematics. We're still considering formal geometry. And our textbook of reference is the New General Mathematics for SS1. Congruency. Oh my, these children have just succeeded in making me laugh. Congruent or congruency. Let me just call it congruency. All right, so exercise 2. Question 2, let's start with A. Okay, we have done A, so let's start with B. So you draw, I think I've done B also. Please confirm for me. I have a feeling I've done B. All right. Is that better? Now all right, so let's start with C. Hence, we have a confirmation that we have done A and B. So let's start with C. Now, C says you start by drawing the full figure. When you have drawn this, the next thing you do, I don't advise students to do is to break it. Now, notice that this is common to these two triangles. So I'll put 3 double strokes here. And then the next thing I'll do is that I'll draw separating them. Look at it. Now remember that they said you should find which triangle is congruent to triangle XYZ. So XYZ is congruent to, now look at the order. I advise students to take the order. XYZ. 3 points. 3, 1, 2. So X to be X, XYZ. It will be what? Y, X, Y, Y, X, C. I see that triangle Y, X, C. Look at it. X, Y, Z. I see that X, Y, Z. So you will go Y, starting from Y, X, and what? C. 3 to 1 to 2. So it will be 3 to 1, then to 2. So that's why this is the correct answer for that question. That's for question C. Then let's look at D. In D, you have this. This angle is equal to this angle. This angle is equal to this angle. But there's a common angle here, or a common side. That's the common side for this diagram. So break them apart. You're going to have something like this. My diagram may not be very perfect, but I trust you will get the idea. It might be very perfect, but I'll try to ensure that the labeling is what is very important. Now look at this. This angle is this angle here. So this is D and this is Y. This angle is this angle here. So this is this one is X. I see that this point is X, so be careful. This point is Z. Here you have to be careful now. Look at it. This angle here, if I pull this triangle out, it's pulling from position X. Now, this position is X. So look at it. X, Y, Z. This position is X. What is this position? This is what? D. So in writing the congruency now, triangle X, Y, Z. Now look at the other X. Now watch this. So this one are both common sides. So X, Y, Z. Two angles ending with one angle. So now let's check this one. Two angles ending with one angle. So it will be what? X, Y, Z. So it will be what here? D. I see that here it was X, Y, Z. So here it will be what? Is this D? Let's be careful. Yeah, this is D. Sorry, I think this is, did I name this thing right? This should be Z, though. Sorry, this should be Z, this should be D. I'm sorry about that error. So, X, Y, Z will be what? Z, D, X. Triangle Z, D, X. It may look a little confusing at first, so you may need to rewatch and rewatch to see what has happened. Now look at it. I pull this triangle here. It's going to be what? X, D, Z. I pull this one to be what? Y, X, Z. So if I'm to name X, Y, Z, look at it. X, Y, Z. Nothing, two angles, two stroke, one stroke. Nothing, two strokes, one stroke. So that settles that. Now let's go to E. So let's look at E. All right, so this is it. Now look at it. X, Y, Z. So look at the triangle we're concerned with now. It has there's a common side here. I see that. That's what it's going to look like. This will be Z, this will be Z, this will be X, this will be X. This will be E, this will be E. Now, this will be Y. These two angles will be equal, this will be equal. Now, if this is equal to this, obviously the angle here will be equal. The angle there must be equal. But okay, I've even been told that, okay, a dot has been used to represent that. Sorry about that, I didn't see that. So it is what? Side, angle, side. Okay, I forgot something. I forgot something very, very important. It's not enough for us to say that they are congruent. You need to tell us what makes them congruent. This one is side, side, side. Please, let's correct that. It's not enough for us to just say it is congruent. We must be able to tell the reason for which it is the congruency is obeyed. Here it is what? Angle, side, or side X, Y, Z will be side or angle, side. So this is angle, side. Here, what's the reason? Triangle X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z, X, E, X, E, Z. This is congruent to this. The reason is that it is what? Side, angle, side. X, Y, Z. Look at it. Side, angle, side. That's the reason why this is congruent. So let me see you do F. I'm not rushing today. This is the work we're going to do today. So let me see you do F. And I'll come later to correct. Right. What are you? Let me have my email. I don't want to see you with this erase I did. You write one, you erase. And you're not even reading. Right. The angle must be the same. If this side is equal to this side and this side is equal to this side, the angle between them must be the same. Must be the same. Right. So if you've drawn yours, the next thing is to say what is making them congruent. So triangle XYZ is congruent. XYZ is congruent. XYZ space 1 GHF. I see that G space 1 GHF. So triangle GHF. And what's the reason for their congruency? Side, angle, side. Right, that's for F. So let's try G. Everybody try G. So G will be now. So let's break the diagram. All right, so this should be X, Z, Y. This will be Y, J, Z. This is common to this. Now watch carefully. This angle is equal to this angle. I seen it. This angle here. Now by extension, because of the way it was drawn, if this angle is equal to this angle here must also be equal to this by extension. So this angle, two strokes, will be equal to this angle here. I seen it. All right. So triangle X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. So look at it. Please watch what I've done. Oh. Double stroke, stroke, double strokes, and dots. So X, Y, Z. So I'll go with what? Space. J. What direction? Z, Y. J, Z, Y. I seen it. Now, what is the relationship connecting this? It will be what? Angle, side, angle. Angle, side, angle. Is that clear? All right, so that takes care of G. Okay, we have done question G, so we should go into H now. So for H, like I would always say, draw the diagram. Right. Now, this is L, this is Z, this is Y, and this is K, and this is X. So you need to know the type of triangle. So what you have now is this. Look at it. One, two, X, Y, Z, and you have what? Z, L. Sorry, this will be Z, L, X, right? So from what you discover, this angle here will be equal to this angle here. Vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles are equal. So this to this and this to this. So triangle XYZ will be congruent to what? XYZ will be congruent to what am I doing? Am I doing the right thing? Sorry. I don't think what I've drawn is correct. Because I was wondering. What I've drawn is not correct. Please, let's discard what I've done before. The triangles we are looking at are these ones. I seen it. So it will be this. Sorry about that. So this is Z, this is Y, this is X, this is X, this is X, K, L. So triangle, so this one is equal to this side, and this side is equal to this side. And these two angles will be equal by the relationship of vertically opposite angles. So triangle X, Y, Z will be equivalent to or will be congruent to x, y, z. 2xyz, sorry, xyz, one space, xlk, triangle xlk. I seen that. So what's the relationship? It is what? Side angle side. That's what is connecting the figure. So that's for question H. Let's go to question I. In question I, we have a triangle. X and Y, Z, N. So look at the figure we are concerned with now. Look at one of them. Look at it all. Y, Z, X. You notice that double stroke and single stroke made up this XZ. So it will now be what? Watch carefully. This side. Now the next one will go like this. Watch carefully. Double stroke, single stroke. This will be ZN. So let me just put it there so that just to as a way of helping me remember what I'm doing. Now, by this arrangement now, watch carefully. This side is equal to this side. The same cut it makes here, same cut it is making here. So what will likely follow is that conclusions you can draw is that this side must be equal to this side. That's one conclusion you can draw. Or alternatively, if you don't draw that conclusion, look at the figure very well again. The angle here is common to both of them. This angle at Z is common to both of them. Usually, and that is the most logical argument to use because we want to look at what is common to both of them. So this one, you have it this way, you have it this way. So you discover that this is what? N. So by congruency, X triangle X, Y, Z will be congruent to triangle what? X, Y, Z. 3, 1. 3, 1. Is that not? Where did I get 3, 1? Sorry. Nothing here, please. Space 1. Let's clean this. Space 1. X, Y, Z. Space 1. So that will be space N, M, Z. Space 1. N, M, Z rather. And what's the reason for their congruency? To be what? Side angle side. And that settles that. That's for question I. Don't worry, we're going to do the last one, which will be J. For J, we're going to have very interesting figure. Z, Y, X, T. This angle is equal to this angle, and this angle is equal to this angle. Now let's draw the figure out. That's where there is a bit of job for you. Draw the figure out. Hello? Let's draw the figure out. So let's look at it. Y, Z, X. I see that. X, Y, Z. Now let's look at the next one. S, this is S. The next one will be S, T, S, T, Y. All right. So let's look at, now please watch carefully, watch carefully. If you look at this angle now, this figure, they have a common angle to them, and that is this one. I seen it. So if we go by that analogy, the space between them is the same. So for this STY, this angle here, which I'm going to use a triple stroke for, must be equal to this angle here. And if these two angles are equal, let's check other relationship too. Now look at this one. If you look at this relation, this one, there's a common space here, XY, XT. So to follow that, this side must be equal to this side. So you discover that triangle XYZ, XYZ will be equal to or congruent to triangle XSYT. Oh my God, that's right. And then the relationship is angle, side. Angle, side. So with that, we are done with question 2. I will expect that you go back to do question 3 as your assignment. And then in our next class, we'll try to finish that one up and then go into isosceles and equilateral triangle. Notice that I'm not in a hurry in this topic. I am not in a hurry in this topic, and I trust I will finish it before I go into your grade 11 work, because this topic is the foundation for what I will need to start you up in your grade 11. All right, thank you for your time, and God bless. So if you have any